Hey, what's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to Computer Games Hardware. Today on the channel, we're taking a look at the latest Adrenalin Drivers, Adrenalin Drivers 24.5.1, and these were supposed to come to you last week, but unfortunately I was a bit under the weather, so I do apologize to you guys. I'll make it up to you. I'll release 2 videos this week, so there'll be a CGHW news at the end of the week as well to make up for the missed video last week. We also have a whole bunch of live streams, including a couple of playthroughs of V Rising and a playthrough of the Rogue Prince of Persia. So they are on the channel if you want to go check them out as well. It's been actually pretty good for me that I've been able to spend some time with these drivers. Usually when I do a software review for the Adrenalin Drivers, I only get a day or two to play around with them. And in these drivers, there's plenty going on, and I've noticed a couple of things personally, so we'll run through it. I've also had an opportunity to flick through Reddit and all the other usual places where people have been presenting lots of feedback for these drivers. So without further ado, let's get stuck into it. Alright guys, so you know how this works by now. We've got some new feature highlights, we've got some fixed issues, we've got some known issues, then we'll look at some gaming performance and have a little chat about any of the other little nitpicks and issues that we have with the drivers. So let's dive in straight with the new feature highlights, and as usual, we have some new game support for a couple of big titles. So first up, we've got Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut. Massive smash hit for PlayStation, already surpassing all the other PC ports on Steam at the moment, surrounded in a little bit of controversy with the PSN stuff that related to Helldivers 2. This game requires you to log into the online Legends mode with a PSN account, so that excludes some players from accessing the game in certain countries, which is a little bit disappointing. So I hope we learned something from that and the selling potential that this game has, and PlayStation figure out a way to open up access to the countries that didn't get this. It's my first time playing Ghosts of Tsushima and I'm really enjoying it. I'm just a little bit disappointed that others can't join in with me and enjoy this for the first time. Next up, we've got Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. Again, another big title surrounded in controversy. So I've got stuck into the start of Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. I'm enjoying it at the moment. This one also mired in controversy with the unfortunate closures of some of Bethesda's studios, including Tango Gameworks, Arcane Austin, and Alpha Dog Games, which was really sad to see, particularly with Tango Gameworks and the popularity of Hi-Fi Rush and how well it was received. It seemed like a lot was riding on this title. Fortunately, it looks gorgeous and plays quite well, particularly with these drivers, so I'm happy to report that. And then finally, we've got some game support for Formula 1 2024. So haven't got into that. I've got enough games to keep me busy for the moment, but let me know in the comments down below how Formula 1 is performing. Alright, next up, we've got some hyper-tune support for Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut, Horizon Forbidden West Complete Edition. We've also got Starfield and The Last of Us Part 1. So that's some pretty good support for hyper-tune. There's also information regarding hyper-tune. So you can get the instant boost performance from up to 136% on the Radeon RX 7600 XT GPUs across games like Baldur's Gate 3, Formula 1 23, Resident Evil 4, and more. Enable Hyper RX and get an instant boost in performance up to 86% on Ryzen 8700G APUs across games like Baldur's Gate 3, Formula 1 23, and Resident Evil 4. There's also links to join in on the conversation about fluid motion frames and all that good stuff. Alright, right, next up on the new feature highlights, we've got some AMD AI stuff. So first up, we've got the latest version of AMD software. Adrenalin Edition ensures optimal support and best performance, providing the most refined enhancements and optimizations for the best user experience. And AMD software can power AI functionality, including leading ISV applications. Content creators can rely on AMD software to accelerate AI-enhanced features in many content creating apps, including Adobe Creative Cloud, Blender, DaVinci, Topaz, Video and AI, and many more. And there's a link for all that for all that stuff as well. Sticking with AI, we've got some development stuff on Radeon. So AMD software enables lower level AI functionality with popular frameworks like PyTorch and Onyx runtime on Linux, enabling developers, enthusiasts, and researchers to work with AI on select 7000 series desktop GPUs. I'd really be interested to know if anyone out there is running a Radeon GPU on Linux. How does that perform for you? Let me know in the comments down below. Alright guys, we've got some fixed issues and improvements. So they've updated the fixed issues there. And we have, first up, intermittent application crash or driver timeout may be observed while playing World of Warcraft or World of Warcraft Classic on RDNA 3 series graphics card. Interestingly, I think it might have been in the comments on videocards.com that people were not too happy about World of Warcraft not being fixed, and one of the replies in the comments down there at videocards.com was reset your shader cache. So if you go into your settings, you can reset the shader cache so your shaders recompile on the first time you boot up the game. So if you're still having issues with a certain game, particularly Warcraft or World of Warcraft, you might want to recompile your shaders by resetting your shader cache. It just gets rid of the old and recompiles them for the new driver. So check that out, it might be helpful. Thanks for the advice, the guys in the comments at videocards.com. Alright, next up we have intermittent application crash or driver timeout may be observed while playing Overwatch 2 on Radeon 5000 series of graphics product. Well, there you go, good to see that is fixed. Intermittent stutter immediately after Alt-Tab with performance metrics overlay enabled. I'm not too sure that's actually fixed myself. I seem to have noticed that there's been some stutters when I try to enable or disable my metrics overlays, so I might have a look at that. Let me know if you're experiencing that as well. So we'll see. Next up, texture flickering may be observed while playing Hitman Contract. Hitman Contract, when did that come out? Like the early 2000s? You gotta give it to them, AMD. They tend to fix some issues with old games when they're reported, so that is really good to see. Alright, and finally on the fixed issues, corruption around certain water elements may be observed while playing Alan Wake 2 with Radeon Boost enabled. Ooh, so that is good to see, and good to see that people are still playing Alan Wake 2, one of my favorite games of the year last year. Alright guys, so we've also got some known issues, and before we get straight into the reported known issues, I want to report a known issue. I've noticed that video playback in browsers has not been performing at its best on these drivers. I'm getting grayed out, I'm getting SDR, HDR cutting in and out on the videos there. So if anyone at AMD happens to come across this, please check that out. First up on the known issues, we've got Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas may fail to launch, and there's a hotfix pending verification. So they must need to verify that with Bethesda. Next up, we have black corruption may be observed while playing Alien Isolation on the Radeon 7000 series graphics products, which I believe was a holdover from the last one as well, because I know we talked about it. Next up, corruption may be observed while playing Dying Light 2 Stay Human Reloaded Edition with Radeon Boost enabled. Users experiencing this are recommended to disable Radeon Boost as a temporary workaround. Again, I think that was in there from the previous drivers as well. Next, we've got intermittent in-game corruption may be observed while playing Ghost of Tsushima's Director's Cut with AMD software Adrenalin Edition record and streaming and HDR enabled. So you might want to use like OBS or a different type of software if you're doing a stream or recording, because Ghost of Tsushima is playing funny buggers on that one. Next up, we've got an issue with Max Payne 1 and 2 may fail to launch on RDNA 3 series graphics products when anti-aliasing is enabled. I'm pretty sure that we've run through most of these, so they haven't put a resolution target on Max Payne either, so hold out for that one. You might want to wait. Hey, maybe the new remake, the remastered Max Payne 1 and 2 will come out before we see a resolution for this one, so well, it might be worth waiting and seeing. Alright, there's a known issue with AMD Software Adrenalin Edition performance metrics may be intermittently fail to update while playing Helldivers 2. So there's a resolution target for 24.6.1, so that's the next drivers in the series. And last but not least, the old reliable AV1 codec will become out of sync when recording, so we know that that one has a target for Q3. Alright, so pretty short and sweet drivers this time around. So we've got some, some minor improvements. We've got some fixed issues on some old games like Warcraft and Overwatch and Alan Wake 2 and things like that. So nothing new. We've got a few issues with Ghost of Tsushima, but other than the playback issues on the browser, everything seems to be working as intended. Let's take a look at a couple of games. I'm going to feature the Rogue Prince of Persia and Ghost of Tsushima's Director's Cut, so let's have a look at some of the performance in those games. Alright guys, and we're back, and as you can see, it's running pretty smoothly, getting heaps of frames in the Rogue Prince of Persia, and surprisingly, Ghost of Tsushima is excellently optimized for PC. Nixies don't make PC ports, they make PC games, so it's really fantastic, optimized beautifully. So if you think that you can't play Ghost of Tsushima, I've only had to drop down 1 or 2 settings, and it was just to get the frames that I like, to be honest. So it's running really smooth, getting in that 100 to sometimes 130 frames on a brand new PlayStation title with all the bells and whistles that looked absolutely gorgeous is pretty good in my book. Nah, they're okay. I'm probably looking forward to the next drivers to see what they've updated and if there are any fix out. What about you guys? Are you having any issues in the drivers? Let me know in the comments down below. And guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Big hello to all our new subscribers and for everyone who's stuck around for the journey. Appreciate you guys all. That's going to do it for this one. I'll keep making these ones if you keep watching them. And guys, I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. See you next time.